When we embrace the spiritual side of us, we are tuning in to connect with the true version of ourselves. Isn't that a powerful piece? Don't we want our kids to connect with the true version of themselves? Don't we want to see our kids in the best light, see the best versions of them? So let's start, number one, with embracing the spirituality in our own lives. And that can look like taking our challenges of the day and looking at them as tools for what we need to grow, learn, or heal in ourselves. It's such a process. And oh my dear, it doesn't happen overnight. Wouldn't it be nice if we could just flip a switch, bewitched style, flip a switch and just have it all done, right? No. It is actually in the journey, right? The journey that opens and continues to open doors along this path.
Hi, Conscious Parents, it's Carrie here, and I am here with a little info about raising our mindful kids. I've got some tips and tricks about breaking free of the box and becoming who you are and teaching your kids how to do that along the way. Join us.
Hi, Conscious Parents. Are you ready to really embrace the woo? Are you ready to become a spiritual parent? That's where I'm at right now. I have looked at many different conscious parenting ideas and pieces and shared those with you. But really embracing the spirituality as a parent is what has set me free the most. For example, as an entrepreneur, I've had people that have mentioned use the terms conscious, use the terms mindful, use those more than spiritual. But I really had my whole body lock up when I did not embrace spirituality in my entrepreneurial journey. So I am sharing with you guys today these pieces of how we can embrace spirituality into our parenting, how we can teach our kids some spiritual tools, and how we live that in our lives. When we embrace the spiritual side of us, we are tuning in to connect with the true version of ourselves. Isn't that a powerful piece? Don't we want our kids to connect with the true version of themselves? Don't we want to see our kids in the best light, see the best versions of them? So let's start, number one, with embracing the spirituality in our own lives. And that can look like taking our challenges of the day and looking at them as tools for what we need to grow, learn, or heal in ourselves. It's such a process. And oh my dear, it doesn't happen overnight. Wouldn't it be nice if we could just flip a switch, bewitched style, flip a switch and just have it all done, right? No. It is actually in the journey, right? The journey that opens and continues to open doors along this path. Because even though I'm a spiritual mom and a spiritual parent, I still have things that come up every day. For me, it looks like getting in the car after picking up my kids and one of my kiddos starts to have a moment, just a meltdown. And it's not just a little meltdown. It's whoa, an eruptive meltdown. I'm like, what is going on? I don't even understand. When I dropped you off at school this morning, you were in such a good mood. And we're just on our way to our ninja gymnastics group. And I don't know if we're going to make it, guys. Looking at that moment of, maybe I'm feeling this eruption inside of me as well. Ooh, it's a full moon, you guys. There's this energetic mass that's going on between us. So how do I help that? I pull the car over because, number one, safety first, right? We're a parent, safety first. We pull the car over and we look at what is going on right now. What is it that you are feeling? You're not feeling heard, right? My kid is not feeling heard. So I connect with them. And wow, you're really expressing that you're frustrated. You don't want to go to Ninjas today. And that's where this is coming from. Ooh, you had a hard afternoon. Let's get some air conditioning going on you. Let's get some water and some snacks in you. Luckily, I'm a spiritual but prepared mama, and I bring all of the stuff with me, including grounding crystals that are also there. So when everything is calm, I let them choose a crystal. But I'm reflecting back on, how did I feel in that moment too? Mom was starting to erupt, and I've been really doing all of these spiritual pieces that Carrie has taught me. I don't understand why I'm still erupting right now, because I'm human and daily struggles can come up sometimes. And those are our opportunities to look at, okay, there's a really big moon right now. I'm feeling really intense, and ooh, as I kind of tune into my mind, body, spirit connection, I'm noticing that my skin feels raw today. I went about all of my duties of the day, doing my work, cleaning house, cooking amazing meals for my family, and I didn't realize that my skin feels raw today. What is going on? Something's not settled. So I'm going to look at journaling. I'm going to look at things that bubble up while I'm doing my normal housework or work, things that bubble up. Ooh, Carrie, you're feeling frustrated because some things have been funky at work that you might need to work on. Ooh, yes, that's right. I need an energetic shift there. I need to make some changes. I need to do this podcast to share about spiritual parenting with parents because it's coming up. It's bubbling up. And when things are not settled for me energetically, when my kid's having a meltdown, I'm going to feel like going head to head. No, mom doesn't want to tune in. I need to tune into myself before I can tune into what's going on with you. If I'm not in this state of conscious spiritual parenting, if I'm not in my Zen, how can I help you find your Zen? Because you are a mirror of how I'm feeling. Guess what? As soon as I start to sit down and work on these pieces, the kid, as soon as I started to hear them, okay, you don't have to go to Ninjas today. Let's go home. Let's have a snack. Let's cool down. Let's see where our body is at. Sister's ready to go. Brother, he turns around and he says, I want to go to Ninjas. Wow, that's interesting because I stayed grounded. I stayed connected. I realized there are some things I need to work on myself when I have a minute. Now I'm able to stay grounded with my kiddo. We go to Ninjas, and as we're sitting in Ninjas, I do some self-reflections. What's going on in my body? Yes, it was that work thing that was feeling funky. And as I can kind of maybe think about, I'm just going to leave it out there that something doesn't feel right, and I need to brainstorm on this later when I have more time as a parent. I need to meditate intuitive right. I need to grab my crystals, do a little chakra alignment meditation. All of these tools that I have up my sleeve as a spiritual mom, I'm going to turn to them later. So I'm sitting there in Ninjas and I'm calming myself down again because I know that things don't have to stay in this funk. The lights are flickering. I guess the universe is really happy with this experience that I am going through and sharing with you guys right now. So yes, I'm starting to feel more aligned in my energy as I realize this bubble up for me was a reflection, or my son's bubble up was a reflection of the bubble up that I am going through as well. Because when I started to acknowledge it, look how fast he calmed down. Woo! That was a quick transition, half an hour. He's in the ninja class right now. So I'm thinking I'm using this time to tune in. I'm going to write down a couple of things. This bubbled up for me. And then later, after the kids go to bed, I sit down, I meditate, I calm myself. I do something that helped me to feel grounded. Maybe I'm going through some spiritual courses right now. So I do a little bit of the spiritual work. I sit and I meditate and I see what is going on in my world? What is causing this shift? And as I think about that, I can start to lay out some ideas. You don't have to make those choices right in that moment, right? We're going to see what's going to feel good over the next few days. What are we drawn to? Because as we open that door to that shifting, things are going to start to bubble up that tell us this is the cause of what's feeling wrong with you energetically. Here are some solutions. When you can name it to tame it, love that from Dr. Dan Siegel. I'm going to keep using that even for parents, not just kids. When I can name it and I can start saying, here's the problem. Now let's find some solutions, right? That little nighttime shift that I did for myself is going to reflect to my kids. My son gets up the next morning, which is this morning as I'm telling you this story, and he is so happy. I love you, Mom. You're the best mom in the world. I'm so excited to go to school today. I love that you changed me to this new school. I love it so much. I'm like, woo, that is a night and day from what we had yesterday afternoon. So you guys, you can do these spiritual parenting pieces. You can start to see where the root of these problems that your kids may bubble up are from. Where is that root from? Oftentimes, it's ourselves. Oftentimes, it's us putting it out there without realizing energetically. We're putting it out there. And our kids who are born so connected to us, to the universe, to those around them, they are reflecting back on us what we need to work on ourselves. Woo! I didn't even know that I was going through this, you guys. I didn't even know that I was needing this shift in my life, but it started this huge, massive energy tumbleweed. I'm going to call it the energetic tumbleweed of what I need to work on myself. And it's not just in our working world. It can be in something that a connection I might be having that is challenging for me with my parents. It could be a connection that I'm having with my partner. Maybe my partner's connection. Maybe my partner is going through something and it's reflecting in the kids. And when I start to help them tune in for, are you feeling all right? Are you feeling a little funky? You know, this full moon has me a little bit off. Where are you feeling energetically? Where are you? I'm noticing the kids are getting a little frustrated. How have you been feeling lately? Are you picking up some of my intensity? Because yes, our spouses, our partners can reflect our intensity as well. Think about this, spiritual parents, and if these changes help you along your journey, then I would love to hear about it because that's where we're at. The little seeds that I help of wisdom, I love to share with you guys, and I love to hear if they help back. So try that this week. Any challenges that come up in your life, remember they're opportunities to heal, grow, and learn from in this amazing and reflective parenting journey. Happy days, spiritual parents.
Well, that's a wrap. Thanks so much for tuning in, Changemakers. This is Carrie. And if you haven't done a review for us, 5 stars and a little few words about what you've enjoyed in our podcast episodes, we would really appreciate it. If you guys would like to ever message me, I would love any questions you have or any feedback at info@hearttoheartlife.com. We also have a brand new website, which we're super excited to share. It's hearttoheartlife.com. Thanks so much for tuning in, and happy life, happy times, Changemaker families. Bye. Please remember that the information shared on this podcast is educational in nature and does not constitute licensed mental health advice. If you need such advice, you should speak with a licensed professional about your unique situation. Thanks so much, happy listeners.